And we're streaming. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Nerd Cards, or Fixachat.com. Where Ian and Kyle play Versus System incorrectly. Featuring me, Ian, and of course, with me as always is Kyle.
That's right. That is my name. Correct again, Ian.
Oh, we forgot a step. I asked you to get me water, and then we started. Does everything get screwed up? Okay. Echoes should be resolved. That means our entire intro and everything up until this point would be unusable.
That's
okay. It's too bad because we were talking for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, and it was good
thanks
stuff.
for giving us the heads up.
Yep.
I will edit that out in our video and...
Just put subtitles. Just subtitle
Yeah.
it. That's the next step in your video editing evolution.
Well, I won't be able to tell what the audio is. The audio is going to be garbage, so...
Yeah, but maybe you'll remember our conversation perfectly.
Totally. That's exactly what's going to happen.
It being...
Boy, we're having all kinds of technical problems lately.
Turn
Yeah, sorry about that. It's a feedback loop. We've done that a couple of times in the past.
Yeah.
I don't know why our settings got set in such a way that it happened again.
So I have
We need to keep an eye out for it.
8 cards, which means I need to draw 2 more cards. As do you.
Do I?
Also, why are Dexmites not ready?
I don't know.
I think you are mid-readying of things.
Well, that's an important thing to fix right away. Oh,
totally
goodness.
true.
Oh, goodness.
You have no idea how crazy and weird this just got, but it's really crazy and weird. Well, I don't know how to respond to what has just occurred. I'm going to recruit Growing Man. And he's going to have a Thunderjet, which gives him a Thunderjet says equipped character gets +2 attack and has flight and some other stuff if he's equipped. Thunderjet's equipped to a Thunderbolt's character. +2 attack and flight. That's the moral of this story.
+2 attack and flight. All right.
Sorry, Growing Man says exhaust a character named Kang. You control. Put a 1/1 counter on Growing Man.
I can't do the thing I need to do. I am in so much trouble. You have no idea.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I'm going to flip Damocles' base. Damocles' base has Terraform, which means I can do some stuff with it that I don't remember. Activate, name a character, reveal the top 2 cards of your deck. If you named Kang, instead reveal the top 3 cards. Put a revealed card with that name into your hand, and the rest on the bottom of your deck. I will name Kang. Put Kang into my hand.
I'm not gonna recruit anyone.
That's not what you want.
Boy, howdy. That's an understatement. Boy, howdy.
That's
something I always say.
Just like Ian always used to say, boy, howdy. This is an enjoyable evening. Though I hope your draw improves a little.
Me too. Me too. I can't tell you how much I hope it enjoys.
Is that your formation?
Yes. Yes, this is my
As
formation.
a reminder, I have a 6/3 Growing Man currently with flight.
Oh, he's got flight. Son of a gun. Alright. I recruit Daxamites. Daxamites with army so I can have as many as I want.
Yep.
Thanks for the reminder.
It's worth it. That's a good swing that you don't want. So, I guess Growing Man's going to attack a Daxamites. I will select the one behind Emerald Eye.
I will reinforce that Daxamites and take 1.
It is to you.
I've got to pass.
I really want to stun the Daxamites with my Kang, but I also really want to counter on Growing Man, because the thing that Growing Man does is grow, and if he doesn't do that, it will bite me in the behind. I too shall pass.
Oof.
Get that going. It matters.
Oh my god.
Yep. It is your initiative.
I've got Computo, Mr. Venge.
Mm-hmm.
Computo, Mr. Venge's power is activate. Target opponent recovers a stunned character he controls. If I control another future foe's character, that player loses endurance equal to the cost of the character recovered. Use this power only once per turn.
What a jerk. What a jerk. So I actually rarely recruit this Kang. This is not my desired Kang, but I'm going to recruit him. I'm going to recruit Kang. Kang is not unique.
Oh, thank God. That is exactly what I needed you to do.
If Kang would come into play during your recruit step, instead, remove him from the game. At the start of the recovery phase this turn, put Kang into your front row. It's worth noting that means he never enters play, ergo I cannot use him for a counter. Growing. So he, I don't know if I said the rest of it. At the start of the recovery phase this turn, put Kang into your front row. So he's like a delayed Kang.
Yep.
He's big, but he's delayed.
So I'm going to team attack Growing Man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do it with these characters.
Yeah.
My attack is 6.
Yeah.
That's not true. It's 5.
That seems true. I'm going to give Growing Man a counter.
Okay.
I should do that on principle. I'm going to flip up Kang Crossroads. It has 2 properties. I may activate it to move target stunned character named Kang I control to my hidden area. Also, while I control a single visible character, it gets +1/+1. Thus, my defense is 6.
I'm going to play
Oh, and this is ready.
Legion of the Damned.
Of the Damned.
Characters I control have flight this turn. Characters my opponents control... No, I'm not going to do that yet. Hang on. I have something better. I'm going to power up Ra's al Ghul. Because you don't have that 3-drop game.
That's true. I'm going to name Kang. Nope. No, that's not what that's supposed to do. That'll work then. I will deal the damage to Mr. Venge.
Okay. I shall take 2.
By thrice. And then I am not recovered. Interesting.
That is true.
Oh, that means you're going to get to hit me for more damage. That's disappointing.
It's worse than you think.
Oh, no.
I'm going to attack you for 2.
Yeah, that'll work.
And I'm going to play... Did I leave that in my hand? I did. I'm going to play Dominated.
I don't like this.
Play Dominated only if no... Don't play Dominated right now. It says right at the beginning of the turn.
I don't like where that's going.
Alright, that's fine. It's just for 2.
I did take the 2.
And then... I'm going to play...
Yes.
Fatal 500. Play Fatal 500 only if a character causes breakthrough while under your control this turn. Search your deck for a future foe's character card, reveal it, and put it in your hand and shuffle your deck.
Oh, that's good.
How about a not 1 or 2 drop?
Novel.
In fact, we're going to go with a 5 drop.
Whoa. It's valid. We'll see. We're off next week, Dragon. We're off...
Well, we're not off. Well, we're not going to
I'm
do
off.
versus
We're
system.
off doing I will be off in Austin, actually. I'll be in Austin,
We'll
Texas.
be often.
Often in Austin next Friday. And then I will...
and I'll be playing
Ian will be playing
Dungeon
video
Mates.
games. Yeah. So there will be a stream. I will just not be on it. And by that I mean my hands will not be on it. as that and my voice are the only things.
The rest of Kyle's body will be there.
Well, the rest of Kyle's body's not on the stream to begin with anyway, so it's... I'm going to ready that. I am done. I'm not doing anything.
Me too.
Okay, all right, so ready, recovery, ready, draw 2 cards. That's an outcome. That's an outcome. That can occur. Oh yes, at the start of the recovery phase. He comes back into my front row.
Oh, I gained some endurance.
You do. I recovered a character.
Yeah, I gained 4.
Oh, you get 2 per recovery?
Yeah.
Yeesh. I'm not too fond of that, actually.
I sure am. The rest of this draw is pretty terrible.
Touche. I'm going to name Kang. There's a Kang. That's not a Kang.
Ooh, piece of Kang.
There's a Kang.
Ooh, piece of Kang. Ooh, piece of Kang.
I will. That is becoming concerning the longer it went on. We'll put 1 drop Kang into my hand. And the rest of them out of my deck. Thank you, Damocles Face. Good old Damocles Face. I shalt repute Kang. Kang is not unique. 5-drop Kang says, at the start of the combat phase, if you control 6 or fewer resources, move Kang to your hidden area. Exhaust him, and exhaust target character with a cost of 5 or less. At the start of the recovery phase, move Kang to your visible area.
So much trouble. Oh, what a battle. This is not going to go well for me.
Get him, Kang.
I've got Validus.
Good old Validus. Good old, soon-to-be exhausted Validus.
Well, I'm not sure exhausting Validus is actually a good play. You should probably bust up my reinforcement.
I could. It's possible.
Because you can hit Validus with, I think, any of your characters. Whenever Validus stuns a character an opponent controls, recover that character. This power triggers only once per turn. He's got a boost, which I did not pay.
Right. So, that's fair. I'm going to exhaust a Kang to put a counter on Growing Man. Then, are you formed?
Yeah.
So at the start of the recovery phase, this Kang's going to pop to my hidden area and is going to exhaust target character cost 5 or less. Yeah, maybe I should go for the back row. It's a quandary. It's a quandary. I'm going to get probably 2 attacks. A Growing Man attack and a Kang attack. Yeah, I mean, going after your back row is a lot of potential damage, and that is going to matter. But Validus attacking me, I don't like either. I'm going to confirm this here, yeah. Exhaust target here, 5 or less here. Yeah. Yeah, I think it is actually going to be Validus, and I will exhaust Validus. Okay. Then, Growing Man's going to attack the Daxamites behind the Emerald Eye. Yeah. And I'm going to give him a counter.
I am going to reinforce. I will take 1.
Indeed. It is to you.
I must pass.
Yeah, I'm going to hit the Emerald Eye.
Yep.
As printed.
I will take 8.
Yeah.
This is a sad fight. No pass.
Yeah, me too. What was my initiative? Yeah, you're gonna need some characters to.
I don't
show
need
up.
characters to defeat you.
that good, huh?
It's pretty amazing.
Ian has broken, everyone. He is now broken. Thank you, Chris. Yeah. Is Austin anywhere near where you are? I seem to remember it is not, but I'll ask, because if it is, I'll be there. Texas is, however, big, much like California, in that people often assume things are near, and they are not. Maybe I made the reverse mistake. That would be cool. It'd be cool if you were near Austin.
What I'm going to do... My initiative, right?
Correct.
I'm going to boost Emerald Empress.
Oh, my.
Emerald Empress's power is... When Emerald Empress stuns a character an opponent controls, recover that character. This power triggers only once per turn. Yeah. And her boost one is when Emerald Empress comes into play... You may search your deck for a card named Emerald Eye, put it into your front row, and shuffle your deck. I have another Emerald Eye here. There it is. Emerald Eye. So that's that.
That is that indeed.
I'm not done. That's just the start. I am running a little short on space here.
It's okay. It's only because you've recruited 9 million characters.
Two more Daxamites.
2 more Daxamites? The hell? That is...
Any idea how to even do this?
That is an uncommon number of Daxamites. What'd you lose last? Oh, you lost the eye, and you've recruited another eye. What the hell?
So, should a character of yours recover this turn, such as in, for example, during the combat phase, if you were stunned by Validus or recovered by Computo, I will gain 8 endurance.
8 endurance. Huh. Well, I'm not gonna lie. That's a lot of
a lot of endurance. But all I've got is an admittedly large, but 5-drop is my largest character.
Yep, I'm with you. That's something. Well, I'm going to recruit 1-drop Kang. We remember him from earlier. He's not unique, and I may return.
I think my 5-drop is going to be exhausted even.
That is probably true. And 4-drop Kang.
What a mess of a draw.
And a force field belt on 4-drop Kang with 1 counter for my 6th resource point. Force field belt, for anyone wondering, is first of all, it's transferable, so at the start of the formation step I can move it around. In addition, the equipped character gets +1 defense. And I can pay up to 2 resource points to grant counters to whomever it is equipped to. So I will do that. And then I'll put a counter in Growing Man. And then when we're in the combat phase, I'll exhaust Validus. And 5-drop Kang is hit, and I will move him there. Indeed. Yep. Well, let me know if you feel like having an adventure in Austin, Chris. I'm in town for several days, but I won't be offended if you don't feel like doing the 3-hour trip. You can think about it. We Rachel and I don't have any extreme plans. She's in town for a conference for her profession, and I'm tagging along to just frankly get a little vacation time and just rest up a bit. I've been working quite a bit lately, and so I'll just be hanging out, probably chilling in the hotel, watching Food Channel a lot, maybe strolling around Austin a bit, but nothing particularly exciting. So if you want to get together and hang out, we're happy to do so. Grab a meal together, but if not, no worries. Yeah, I'll be in town from flying on Wednesday, be in town Thursday, Friday, and Saturday fully, and then we're flying back on Sunday. I forget the times. But yeah, fully in town Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And I think at the moment that I have no plans. I'll need to consult my she who knows, but I'm pretty sure that we have no specific plans outside of her going to the conference. We're very near to the convention center in Austin. I forget which hotel at the moment, but a couple of blocks away at most, walking distance.
All right. I'm going to attack Growing Man.
Growing Man.
I'm going to do it with my front row, who is ready, and these Daxamites.
Those
That
Daxamites.
makes my attack 10.
So my defense right now is 8. 8 defense. Well, I'm going to give him 2 counters. That only ties. I now need to think if I should do anything else or not. Unfortunately, I do not have flight on any other characters. That is disappointing. I'm not going to get through those stupid, your front row to get to the blasted Daxamites.
Unless you fizzle this attack.
Unless I fizzle this attack. That is, did I use that again this turn? I will act like I used it, I can't recall. Yeah. I think it's going to work. I will deal the damage to your visible 2-drop character.
The Emerald Empress.
Yes, I am stunned, but then do immediately recover.
2, you recover, but I gain 8, so I will only gain 6 from that.
I take 3. Only gain 6, which would be a 37. Then I will attack your Daxamites in the middle.
Okay.
With 4-drop Kang.
Right.
I apologize, I screwed something up. It's not going to affect anything, but I must do it. Which is 4-drop Kang says, and I failed to read it, Kang is not unique. At the start of the combat phase, discard a card. I will discard this useless 2-drop. At the start of the combat phase, discard a card. I just did that and read that. At the start of the recovery phase, draw 2 cards. So I had to do that, and I did forget. But
okay.
It's just an aggro. Then this happens.
I will reinforce.
Sure.
Take 1.
Yeah. 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 Like I said, Chris, I will take no offense. Like, if it were an hour, I would have taken offense. but at 6, I can't fault you. So, no worries. Just let me know. It is technically to you. Do you pass
yeah, I'm going to pass. I have a ready Daxamite.
You do have a ready Daxamites. I think I go for Emerald Eye to deal the damage. So I will do that. My attack is 11.
I will be taking 9 from that.
You're still ahead of me, but the board position is not favoring you at the moment.
That's fine.
Fair enough. So you draw 2 cards at the start of the recovery phase. Cool. Thanks, 4-drop Kang. Oh, and he is visible again.
I don't. I'm not afraid. I will defeat you.
That deck can do a lot of sudden damage, but it's going to be a tall order.
I got this.
I'm ready. Amaze me.
It's your initiative.
Oh, well, haha. I'll draw these 2 cards then.
What the frick is this draw? It's insane.
Yeah, I understand. You understand. So it's my initiative. I am going to recruit to my concealed area Tempest. Tempest doesn't always see play. He's interesting. He has activate, move any number of Kang Council characters you control to your hidden area. Also, while I control only one visible character, they get +1/+1. I have a 7th resource point, with which I shall place an additional counter on 4-drop Kang. It is worth noting that I now have 7 resources, so 5-drop Kang's power will not fire.
Okay, I've got Universo.
He's good. Good
I
dude.
will probably need to protect. That's kind of silly. Validus? That's really silly. Universo's power is whenever Universo causes breakthrough while attacking a defender, stun a character adjacent to that defender.
It's legit.
I do think I need to protect him with Validus, who currently stuns everyone on your team, but just barely.
Yeah.
I guess I could protect Daxamites with other Daxamites? I don't even know.
I just don't know. I'm going to name Kang with my Damocles base. That is a Framostat, not a Kang. That is a Cyclope, not a Kang. That is a Kang. That Kang will go in my hand.
This is the strangest draw, maybe of any deck I've ever seen.
Well, 4 Daxamites is inherently bizarre. Inherently so. Is that your formation, sir?
I guess this is not a good one. There's not a good formation.
Too many Daxamites to have a good
Too
formation.
many Daxamites.
Well, now what do I do? Universo has a lot of defense.
Very costly to get him. Not impossible, I don't think.
Not impossible, but costly. Yeah, I'm not.
May still be the right play. It's kind of a
may.
disastrous effect. It has a disastrous effect.
Yeah, I think I have a plan B. My plan B comes from my secret tactic of recruiting 4-cost Kang. That 4-cost Kang. After this 4-cost Kang, because the two of them together lets me play Windstorm.
Oh, yeah.
Windstorm says, target character with cost 2 or greater you control has flight this turn. I'll choose 4-crossed Krang.
Good old 4-crossed Krang.
That character gets +2 attack while attacking this turn, and an additional +2 attack while attacking this turn if you control another character with the same cost as
he
that
has
character.
enough by himself to get Universal.
He does. My attack is currently 16, but I will be counterstunned.
Will be catched. Okay, I have to think a little bit before I respond.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
please bear with me.
Totally. That's fine.
As you know, I'm having a little bit of trouble over here.
Understood.
So I need to make sure I make the right decisions at every point during this turn.
Entirely reasonable. I will read, this may not matter, but I will read to you as a reminder that I can pop 1-cost Kang to my hand to give 4-cost Kang 1/1.
Right,
Okay.
I understand.
Very good. Well, then that was for our audience, not you. That's a lot of Daxamites.
That's a lot of Daxamites.
A lot of Daxamites.
That's not even going to get me anywhere. That's depressing.
intellect. You've got almost as many Daxamites as I have Kangs, and that is an impressive feat. Though, it does occur to me that you will have initiative next turn. I'm not keen on that.
This is going to work, and I accept. I will take 1 breakthrough even from that.
So, I will take 4 damage.
So I will take 7, but I'm going to activate Computo. Computo will recover your character, ping you for 4, and I will gain 8. So I will really just gain 1.
Before you gain that 1, I did deal a point of breakthrough. Is that correct?
Yes, so I'm even, I guess.
Break even. I take another 4.
Yes.
Thusly, 29.
Going to attack Growing Man with Validus.
Growing Man? What madness is this? But don't you know? He grows. It's what he does.
That's true.
He grows. He's Growing Man. What is...
12 is my attack,
is
what you're asking.
That is where I was going with that. So I am only 10 on defense at the moment.
Your heat is on and it shouldn't be.
We can adjust that in a moment. Well, I'm going to put 2 counters on because there's no reason not to. So we are tied. Ugh. I'm going to put an additional counter on with 4-cost Kang, which will put me 1 ahead.
I will play Legion of the Damned.
The Damned?
Characters I control have flight this turn. Don't nudge the table, Kyle.
Trying not to. I need it for sport.
Characters my opponents control get -1 defense while defending against future foes' characters this turn, and an additional -1 defense while defending against a future foe's character with greater cost.
You are of greater cost. You are of greater. So I'm -2 defense.
Essentially, yeah.
Yep. Legit strats. Legit strats. I am going to shrink you. Target attacker gets -2 attack, +2 defense this attack.
Okay. I do have 1 more Legion of the Damned.
It's another 2. What are the odds you have anything else? Not 0. I think I will pop my 2 Kangs and see if that is sufficient. As minor return Kang cancel is owner's hand. Target Kang cancel attacker defender gets +1/+1 this attack.
So that puts me 2 behind again? Is that where we were?
I think 1. We can run it again real quick. So your attack was natively 12. I shrunk you, so it's 10. Everything else has affected my defense or my stats.
Which is -4.
-4. So it would be like this counter.
But it's effectively -2 because
Right.
you pop those
2
guys.
Kangs.
So your current defense is
11. And your
13,
attack
11,
is
and my attack
10.
is 10. So I'm only behind 1.
Yes, on the board I have 1 more counter, but to get it would require me exhausting 5-cost Kangs. It's starting to be pretty expensive.
I think that's going to work. That's really sad. terrible draw.
I am sorry that it is not a good draw.
Unrelenting.
No.
I really thought that was going to work.
Yeah. It was very close to working, I can assure you. So I will attack either of the Daxamites in the back. Let's say the one to your left.
Reinforce. I mean, I don't know if we need to play this out from here.
We do not, unless you got a big turnabout.
I mean,
that's
like,
a big hole.
You're not going to kill me.
Nope.
I'm going to have initiative.
Yeah.
Your board position is so
It's
much
really
better
good.
than
It's
mine.
really good. You're really in a hole.
Let's get to what I draw. At
Sure.
least.
Well, the next attacks are predictable. I'm going to attack one of your fronts
Take
for
the
10.
damage for that last one.
Yeah. Which was only one. And then, assuming you pass, is that a save assumption? 5-drop Kang will attack one of your front row Daxamites.
Exactly. I might not live through the turn.
I don't have any more buffs. It's another 13. Is that enough? Alright. Let's see if you draw something incredible. Did you mean to get rid of Universo?
Yep.
Okay, just check. That good, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna share it when we're
Sure,
done. And
sure.
It's the funniest. It's amazing.
I'm
it's
ready.
incredible.
I'm ready.
You won't believe it.
I don't believe it.
I'm gonna recruit Universo. You know his power.
Yep.
It's a dick power.
It's a good power. It's very good power.
I have a cool play. I don't think it's going to add up to anything.
It's fair. Are you formed?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I even want to put down resources. Is there a reason that would matter? No, not really. Okay. I'm going to recruit my 1-drop Kangs. And I guess 3-drop Kang.
Oh no, I can't power up.
3-drop Kang is not unique and says Ian can't power up. I'm going to form like...
You're forming your concealed area?
It's fine. Don't sweat it. We'll form like this. Is that what we want? You do have Universo, so you're going to do annoying stuff. I do have 2 more... I actually have several more resource points to spend. I've spent 5. I've got 3 more. I'm going to spend 2 of them. Might as well throw some counters on for cost Kang. Well, how does Universo? It's when he deals breakthrough.
Whenever Universo causes breakthrough while attacking a defender, stun a character adjacent to that defender.
That is annoying. Adjacent. Okay. 1 resource point left, I guess. I'm going to spend it on that Framostat, which I'll put on 5-drop Kang. And then I guess I form... Universo doesn't have flight. You might have a way to get flight. So do I just spread everyone out? Maybe. I don't have room for that. Let us act as though no one is adjacent in my visible area. but in my concealed area, we will act like they are adjacent as per their visual appearance.
We enter the combat phase.
Yes.
You should read the Framestat to the audience, and then you should choose how the Framestat
I should do
works.
that. Framestat says, you may exhaust a character you control instead of paying Framestat's recruit cost. I did not do that. At the start of the combat phase, choose one. Equipped character gets +3 attack this turn, or while equipped character is defending this turn, it gets +1 defense, and has reinforcement. If the equipped character has the Fantastic Four affiliation, instead choose both. We haven't had that come into play. You know, I almost wonder if we played this wrong in the past, because you only get the +1 defense while it is defending. I feel like we may have played that as it always gets +1 defense.
I certainly am. You're the only one who fields that card.
Okay, fair enough. Maybe I've been playing it wrong. Nonetheless, I will choose the defensive mode, so +1 defense and
then I concede. And god damn it, Kyle, that Framestat saved your fucking ass. And
Really?
I'm pretty sure, like, I don't believe actually
man,
you are drawing correctly, because you recruited so much crap this turn. And I know 2 of it was stuff you put in your
Yep.
but you've only drawn 2 extra cards this game.
I actually should have last turn and forgot, so that's on me. I think I forgot to do it last turn. But, yeah, maybe you're right. I mean, I've drawn 2 extra. Let's see. I mean, we're on turn 8, so I would have 16 plus 4. 16 plus 4 is 20. We can actually check that. 23.
Well, how many I don't know how many Kangs you drew with Damocles base.
It was
3. It adds up. All right.
So I think that is correct. But it's a lot. Like, Kang's late game is I've drawn a
Friggin'
Framestat got you? What
Well,
the hell's your play?
Because I can attack with Universo.
Sure.
And I can deal a ton of breakthrough. But all of your characters can stun him except that Kang. But I can't do breakthrough. I can even strip reinforcement.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe Roz can do it.
If there's a loses and can't have. But I'm not adjacent to anyone, mind you.
All right. I can return him. So loses unless you discard a card. He loses and can't have reinforcement. And of course you discard a card.
I would do that. That's terrifying. Do you have other lose and can't haves?
No, I don't. I can prevent a character from reinforcing another character. So my play is, for the record.
Oh, is this that domination
angry.
or whatever?
So Universo attacks 5-drop Kang.
Sure.
He's not reinforceable because you don't fucking top deck a ridiculous 1 resource equipment that you have the resource to recruit.
That is peculiar.
And put it on your one guy that I can do this
peculiar.
to.
Yeah.
I play Need for Speed, which I'm only doing during my first attack this turn.
Yeah.
Whenever target attacker causes breakthrough this attack, ready that character and cannot cause breakthrough this turn.
Okay.
In case I need it, target character cannot reinforce other characters this turn. If you formed adjacent to each other and then you get the extra stun and dominated, play dominated only if no defender became stunned under an opponent's control this turn. If target future foe's character would cause an amount of breakthrough this turn, instead you may stun a character with defense less than or equal to that.
Interesting. So you could get an extra stun out of the equation.
Yeah, so, and the best is probably 4-drop Kang, but I would do it.
Yeah. That's cool. I mean, that would be 9 damage and double stun.
And I have 2 more fucking Daxamites
What the
in my
hell?
hand.
I'm sorry, your draw was not better. That
I have I didn't know. I don't know there was 7 Daxamites in this deck.
well,
But I drew them all.
maybe they had babies when you weren't looking. I feel a little poor. That's actually a really good draw for Kang. It started off seeming like it was going to be terrible, and then it corrected itself really fast, and I got to do all the Kangy stuff.
Turns out all Daxamites not a good team.
Not going to beat all Kang. All Daxamites does not beat all Kangs in a growing man. That is the
And I
moral
was going to
of that
recover
tale.
you and gain a bunch of life, and I
Yeah,
didn't think I was going to win, but it was going to be an interesting turn.
I'm sorry. I'm like, I have a resource point lever. I should recruit Framestat.
I should have gotten that. I should have stunned Growing Man last turn and gained 8 more. And
I'm sorry.
It was a disaster.
I was accidentally a dick that game. Your draw wasn't good. What are you going to do
was
with
not
7
good.
Daxamites? Come on.
Gain 8 life
gain-
twice in a turn.
Gain 8 life. 8 life? Man, that's 4 Daxamite levels. If you had 7 Daxamites going...
You're right, I should have recruited more.
More Daxamites clearly would have solved that for you.
Grumble, grumble, salt, salt.
No, it's warranted. That was a poor draw. That was a poor draw. That's okay, honestly, because...
It was also frustrating because the only high-cost card I drew was friggin'... What's his face? The 5-drop, which you exhausted the whole time.
Yeah.
I didn't get to attack until turn 7.
that was kind of a sad scenario. It's kind of a bad matchup.
It is a terrible
like
matchup.
recovering
such
growing
a bad
man
matchup.
is not what you want. You do not want a forever recovering growing man. You want to get rid of him. I was unfortunate. I'm sorry that was a poor matchup. But we got it out of the way.
Nothing was wrong with it. It was just very strange circumstances.
Yeah. Well, and
Friends, god damn it.
Kang runs the risk of
That's the most. I think I've cursed more in the last 5 minutes than I have the entire time we've been streaming.
It's good. Guys, is our audio coming through all right? Did you catch all the profanities? There were some that were muttered for sure. I'm sure of it.
I mean, welcome to the stream.
Welcome to the stream.
I could just edit a start in here.
Yep,
Since we lost the first
everything will be
2 or
fine.
3 turns of that game anyway.
Yep. That's fair. It was like it never happened. Yeah, I think I got 3 or 4 Damocles out of it.
No,
so
it was alright.
And
I'm just so mad about that Framostat. That's so unjust.
Well, yeah, that's
like especially because
because
the way you played it, and I don't know if you did
It was
this,
a total
like if
throwaway.
you weren't even paying attention, like you're like, oh, I guess I could also recruit the thing that thwarts your
yeah.
play.
Well, and it's like
I
I
didn't
said,
even realize I can do this.
I can just crush your very soul for a single resource point, no
It
less.
didn't cost me anything. I didn't spend that on it. Whatever. We're playing this deck.
Yeah, we're playing this one. Okay, this deck is an A deck.
Okay.
Yeah, that was something special.
7. Ooh. I exhausted myself complaining about that game.
Lulz. It was terrible. It was such a bad... It's funny because...
Worst game we played on the stream? I don't know. Like,
It was worst ever. It wasn't good. Well, I guess, okay, what do we count? Because
the problem was, at any moment, I felt like it could turn. Like, I
Yeah.
never felt like,
Me
this
too.
was terrible, I'm gonna lose.
Well, it's one of those ones
I just
where
need to get one of my cards, and I never did.
It was totally like the one card behind the whole time feeling. Like the Validus thing, the Universo thwart with my throwaway Framostat. Even things like Windstorm. Being like, I can just get you with my 4-drop because I have my other 4-drop. And
Well, that one actually wasn't awful. That was still playing into my turn a little bit.
No, I mean, it's always tough to tell what a bad game is. We've certainly had our fair share of frustrating ones.
I feel like I can't seem to roll different decks. I'm always playing the
We've
same
only got like
decks.
4 or 5 decks?
It seems
5
like.
decks?
I need to do that bag sort at some point.
And I will add that I can empathize with the frustration of Stasis. And part of what I was doing was Stasis, and it's really frustrating to play against No Man's Land, 5-drop Kang, or Kinetics, because you feel like you don't get to do things, and that I really do get
but
sort of irritating.
The counter to that is you have finite stasis, and
true.
Despite how it feels, Kinetics is finite stasis. No Man's Land certainly is finite stasis. So if you're recruiting characters on curve, you always have the hope. Well, you're going to run out of your resources, and I'm going to get an attack.
Sure.
But I had one large character on
Bad
5
matchup,
and one large character on 7.
For sure.
And then the same large character on 8.
Yeah. No. Well,
I couldn't even boost them.
Yeah.
Any of them.
I'm going to go Outers again. That served me well last time. Although we tied a pair of 1s. All right. I'm going to stick to my guns and say the Outer die. Oh, how'd that one do?
Outer die lost.
Oh, wow.
I would like to go odds.
Okay.
I know. There's an important thing in my hand, and it could ruin everything.
Oh my
So I'm going
god.
to keep.
This is a peculiar
You're going to hate it.
Peculiar draw.
You're going to be shouting at me a lot, I think.
It's okay.
Is it?
I guess we'll find out.
So I went odds.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've got Ratcatcher.
Oh, we hate Ratcatcher.
Whenever a character becomes stunned, each of my opponents loses 1 endurance.
I am each.
You are each of my
I am
opponents.
each of your opponents. I have Dagger. I may discard her to search for a card named Midnight Suns. Reveal. I'll put it into my hand.
I don't
I
know
can
which
also
deck this is any longer.
activate her to return her to my hand.
Okay. I'll dagger.
So when I am stunned, I take an extra 2.
Yep.
Oh my god. What is going on with this draw? I do not have a 2-drop.
In which case, I'm going to play Barbara Gordon.
Barbara Gordon.
As an additional cost to recruit Barbara Gordon, reveal another Gotham Knights character's card from your hand. I will reveal that I have Dick Grayson Nightwing. I may pay 1 resource point to draw a card. I can use that power only once a turn. I may also activate her to draw a card. I may use that power only during the recovery phase.
That makes me sad. I'll attack Ratcatcher for 1.
Hang on, I was thinking of forming
Oh,
differently.
apologies then. Perhaps I will not attack Ratcatcher for 1. I jumped the gun.
No, this is how I form. Yeah.
I'm gonna take Ratcatcher for 1.
Okay.
I'll take 3.
I'll take 1. I will pass, and then during the recovery phase, I will draw a card.
Come on, deck. You're a cool deck. I want you to work. Oh my god, what on earth is happening? Boy, this deck. This deck. What is your initiative, however?
Sure, this is what I want to do. Maybe. I'm going to pay a resource point and draw a card. I think that's it.
Yep, that's what I got.
Wow, that's so bad. I'm very sorry.
Me too.
I'm going to attack Dagger.
Yep, I'm gonna take 3.
I'll take 1.
Ratcatcher. Ratcatcher.
And I'm going to draw a card.
Yep. Thanks, deck. Is it my initiative?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, I do have a 4-drop. I'm gonna recoup Bullseye. When Bullseye comes into play, KO him! Unless you discard a plot twist or location card. I will discard a plot twist. Get him, Bullseye. Show him. Give him what for and what not.
I'm going to pay a resource point to draw a card.
Legit.
Yeah, I'm good.
Alright, I have a chance after all, maybe. That deck thrives on having lots of cards. Dagger's gonna attack Ratcatcher.
transform the other way. That was silly. Oh, rookie mistake. I will take 1.
I'll take 3. So far, your 1 drop is successful. Yeah, granted, I haven't been recruiting characters, so I can't complain too much. But he's dealt me 12 damage. Grumble, grumble. It's you.
I will pass.
Bullseye's gonna try to assassinate Barbara Gordon for 9.
Assassinate?
Attack, assassinate. They both begin with the letter A.
I suppose I will exhaust Barbara Gordon to play Bat Signal. As an additional cost to play Bat Signal, exhaust a Gotham Knights character you control. Search your deck for a Gotham Knights character card, reveal it, and put it into your hand. And then shuffle your deck.
Legit. Probably gonna search for a 5 drop. That's what I would do if I didn't have a 5 drop.
I'm not entirely sure what I'm searching for, honestly.
It's total flail-a-thon we're experiencing right now.
I actually think I'm going to go get Barbara Gordon.
I was not prepared for that.
I know.
It's just weird.
It is weird.
I don't like it. I don't like it because I don't understand it. That makes me nervous. Then you power up and reduce the damage by 1. Whoa, mind blown.
No, not that.
You sure?
Yeah, and then I'm going to take
great play.
8. No, I'm going to take 9. I'm going to take 9.
Yeah, that's correct. Now you don't get to draw an extra card with
That's
your Damocles
true.
base with Barbara Gordon.
That is very true.
That'll learn him. I will recover dagger. I suspected that might be what's next. Right. It's your initiative. I'm actually going to wait to see what resource I put down based upon your actions. Because I'm that kind of crazy. Get him, Bullseye. Get him, Bullseye!
I think I'm going to recruit Barbara Gordon.
What is going on?
Don't worry about it. I'm going to pay a resource point to draw a card.
Man, I'm going to worry about it.
And then I'm going to recruit the GCPD officers.
Huh. And then?
That's it.
What?
That was all my resource points. It was 5.
1, 2, 3,
It was 4.
4. How many cards are in your hand?
A bunch. Like 9.
Right. Well, I guess this will be the card I play. This will be the card I play. Well, I'm gonna recruit in my concealed area Elektra. Elektra has loyalty. Recruit Elektra only if you control a Marvel Knights character, even though she's Crime Lords. So I must control Crime Lords and Marvel Knights character to recruit her, which I do have. She's concealed and gigantic. She's got a boost. I'm not paying the boost.
Okay. I'll pass.
I'm immensely uncomfortable with this. Well, the correct play is to attack. Don't think there's a way I can not, or I can deal you tons and tons of damage. So gonna hit Ratcatcher first.
I'm going to play Paralyzing Kiss, which I may do only if I control 5 or less resources. Attackers cause no breakthrough while attacking Arkham Inmates characters this turn. So you will take 1.
Indeed.
I'm going to pass.
I do take 1 from there, right?
You do, yep.
13 damage from Ratcatcher. I'm going to attack Barbara Gordon with my gigantic character for 2.
I'll reinforce her.
You don't? Oh, you do have to. Yep, different affiliation. Sure. I'm going to try to get the GC Weepy with Dagger for 1. Stun for number 1. Initiative? Is that the person whose initiative it is? Mine? I know with certainty that you have at least Dick Grayson in your hand. Awful. I'm going to play Wild Ride. Search your deck for Marvel Knights character card. Reveal it. Put it into your hand. Lose endurance equal to its cost. I will select probably that one. Probably that one. It will be Luke Cage, whom I shall recruit. Luke Cage has team affiliations of each other character you control. Also, he's gigantic. And then I recruit him. Sure wish he had a lot fewer cards.
I'm going to recruit Spoiler.
Spoiler.
Spoiler's power is whenever I draw a card, I may gain 1 endurance. I'm going to play Prison Break.
Oh my.
Play Prison Break only if you control an Arkham Inmates character. Shuffle your hand into your deck, then draw a card for each card you shuffled into your deck this way. That is 8.
That was a 9. I guess
it is 9. You are correct.
9. Excellent. My memory is like a steel map.
So I'm going to gain 9 endurance. And draw 9 cards. After I shuffle this, then you got it.
You still have 5 resource points, is that correct?
Still have 5 resource points. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to cut you to some real winners there for you. really annoying card I've got that works in a niche situation. I'm really hoping I get to do it, but I need you to provide me that situation. That's what I really need here. That situation. I need... You remember that thing with the Framostat I did? I want you to do the reverse of that.
I'm not sure what to do in this situation. Look at my card again.
Good plan. Make an informed decision. For anyone wondering, the reason that we wear ties on Friday is because it's tie day. A tradition Ian and I have shared for many years. Oh, I apologize. I needed to take 6 damage when I searched for Luke Cage, and I definitely did not do that. Glad I caught that eventually. That's a big math error. I was so glum about having to lose 6 endurance that I forgot to lose the 6 endurance.
I think I'm going to recruit Barbara Gordon.
What? Shenanophones.
And I'm going to pay a resource point to draw a card and gain 1 endurance.
That is an option that you have.
I have 1 resource point left.
I will observe that it was an interesting choice to play Prison Break. I guess, did you just recruit Spoiler this turn?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I sit corrected. I'm like, why did you put down your resource and then do it? Oh, because you needed the recruit points and actually recruit Spoiler to make it all worth it. So, never mind. My observation is not valid. Yeah, so, of course, as some of our viewers may be aware, we do work in the games industry, and the result of that is that we're always kind of wearing casual attire. So we like to mix it up on Fridays by sticking it to the man with ties.
I'm going to reveal that I have Blackgate Prison. Activate, stun an Arkham Inmates character card you control. Draw a card.
Does it actually say stun a character card?
Stun an Arkham Inmates character? No. It
Okay,
says
all right. I mean, weirder wordings have happened in an Upper Deck game.
I
So
will take 1, and you will take 1.
Oh, that's true.
And I will draw the card.
9.
Okay, then. I guess that's that.
Yep. So it is my initiative. The correct play is to attack Spoiler with dagger.
Do you have a power?
I was hoping that would work again. That would have been cool. It's going to be the least swingy attack foil ever, but it did foil, so I take a damage. Back to you, Ian.
Did anybody notice if I gained my life for drawing that last card? I don't think I did.
I don't believe you did.
But I lost a life for stunning him.
So maybe you did, and then maybe you lost
I don't know. We'll see it on the video. I don't think this is going to be a 1-point spread.
It does seem
I'm gonna
unlikely.
pass.
Sure. I'm going to attack. Darbra Borden.
Darbra Borden?
Darbra Borden.
I will reinforce her.
What? How could you?
I will take 2.
It's to you.
I will pass.
Luke Cage will attack Spoiler with a great big 14-point punch.
I will take 14.
Or, to read Luke Cage with my best Luke Cage impression, you got a Galactus, call the Avengers. But if you need a street-smart brother with skin of steel, you know who to call.
That was a Luke Cage impression? That sounded like the movie phone guy.
Isn't that what Luke Cage sounds like? God damn it, I need to watch that show. I mean, god damn it, I need to watch that. It's over to you, Ian.
Chris says that I did not gain my life, so I will gain my life.
I trust his judgment.
I'm going to pass.
I'm at 14.
Yep. Still alive.
Still alive. Still ticking.
Okay. Okay. That's good.
I'm going to keep dig.
Let me see what's in my hand.
Sure.
Really have to think carefully about what happens here. I have to keep one of these two characters.
Yeah. It's an accurate statement. Well, it is going to be your initiative, so that's a thing. That's a thing that could matter.
Unlikely. I'm in bad shape. Yeah, you're right. I did notice I had a. I spent one on spoiler. I spent 2 on Barbara. I spent 1 on her draw power.
Yeah.
And then I had.
Maybe that was it.
Stole 4. You're right. I had 2 left. You are correct. Math is hard.
Math is really
Glad
hard.
somebody's paying attention.
Yeah.
So, Chris, since you're paying attention, I have now played 2 of the 4 spoilers in my deck. If I keep spoiler, I have the best shot at recovering a bunch of life, but in order to do that, I need a Arkham Inmates character. Discarding Ratcatcher makes that a little tricky.
So you're deciding who to keep at this point.
Yeah. So I can play Ratcatcher again and a 6-drop, for example. I have both of those in my hand. Surprise.
Yeah, tracking on. There's nothing I can do to interfere with it. My decisions have been made.
Or, he's not in my hand right now, but I might be able to draw into Batman. Batman has loyalty. So I have to choose if I want to keep Spoiler or Ratcatcher. I guess I kind of answered my own question. I guess I ditch Ratcatcher and keep Spoiler.
Yeah. Based on the limited information I have, it does make more sense to me.
There we go. Son of a... All right. This is a fantastic draw, let me tell you. Yeah.
Well, I was thinking, I was ready to throw in the towel, except for 2 of the turns I recruited nothing. You also recruited nothing, so it is had an unexpected result.
So I'm going to recruit Ratcatcher, and I'm also going to recruit Dick Grayson.
Yeah, Grayson's
Nightwing. So we run Ratcatcher. Nightwing's power is, whenever Dick Grayson stuns a character, draw a card, and I may discard a Gotham Knights character card from my hand and target Defender has reinforcement this attack. I'm also going to team up Gotham Knights and Arkham Inmates.
It's legit. Oh, teamed up. Good. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 6 and 7. Well, yeah, it ain't great. I'm going to recruit Elektra again with her boost.
Uh-oh, what's her boost?
She has a boost 1. When Elektra comes into play, she gets +3 attack this turn, and cannot be stunned while attacking this turn.
I was so totally going to stun her while attacking.
I knew you were. And I'm going to form...
Usually that is a little annoying, because she can then get Dick Grayson without his power firing.
Yep. It matters. And then, I think I form like this.
Interesting.
Do you have any questions about any of my powers at the moment? Do you remember everything? Most of them don't have powers. Dagger has powers.
Yeah. It's a clever formation. I see what you've done there.
Excellent. 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 I had to pick a word to describe that reaction. It would be Bananarama.
Bananarama. Alright. I must then attack Luke Cage. That's too bad. I'll attack Luke Cage with Dick Grayson.
Yup. I'm going to play from my resource row moving target. Target defender you control gets +1 defense this attack. If moving target is in your resource row, and you control a Crime Lord's character and a Marvel Knights character, which I do, that defender gets an additional +1 defense this attack, and I may replace moving target. I am contemplating whether or not I want to replace it. I think the answer is no. Not replace moving target. But I now have 14 defense. This attack.
I'm going to play from my resource row Break You. As an additional cost to play Break You, discard up to 3 cards. I will discard these 3 cards.
Oh my.
Target attacker or defender gets +2 attack this attack for each card you discarded.
Yeah, that's a fair number of attacks.
I'm going to do 3. I'll do 2. I'll do 2.
You sure?
No, I'll do 3.
Like if this
it has
fails,
to be right, yeah.
It's a big deal.
A big deal.
Yeah, I think that will work. At 6, that will work. Currently, I will get the counter stun. You will draw a card, and I will take 4 breakthrough. Does that all seem correct?
You will also be pinged for Ratcatcher, and I will gain 1 endurance, but yes.
Yes. Okay, so I take 10 plus 1 for 11, putting me at 17.
I will take 6, but I will draw a card and gain 1.
Yeah. Well, it is now to me. Dagger will attack. Spoiler for 1. Dagger saving my bacon. That's terrifying. Why are you saying it's horrifying? I don't like it.
I'm going to exhaust Dagger.
I agree with you, Chris.
It's +2 defense. It's +1 otherwise.
It's +1, but then a whole bunch of stuff for an additional +1.
To play Kidnapping. As an additional cost to play Kidnapping, exhaust an Arkham Inmates character you control. Put target stunned character an opponent controls on top of owner's deck. Draw a card. In this circumstance, it's also gain 1 endurance.
That's pretty useful. Though I have a good chance of getting you, though. You might have another prison break. Question is spoiler stunned, or do you prison break? Oh, you are going to stun Ratcatcher.
I'm going to
hope
stun
you get
Ratcatcher.
a prison break.
And draw a
I
card.
do take a point of damage for that.
Done.
No prison break.
I have a lot of locations in my hand. They are not useful. Yep, this game is yours.
That's fair. Fair enough.
Oh,
fair enough.
Weird draws tonight.
That was strange. Well, we both missed 2, No,
Well, I
you
can't.
missed.
So when
Yeah, that was
I'm
weird.
playing this deck,
Yeah.
I am. If you are drawing badly and recruiting badly, I am choosing not to recruit. I had
Right,
drops
to save
every
cards.
turn
To save cards. Yeah.
that I didn't play. I never felt at risk until you got Bullseye and Elektra in play.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, that was
And
yeah, that's fair.
I was also waiting for the team up because there's no sense in me throwing a bunch of characters out
Right.
before I can team up.
Oh, it's huge risk. Huge risk.
So-
That was a very strange. Yeah,
I didn't
you're
draw
right.
the team up until very late.
Right. I did notice you flipped it on 6, and you didn't even need to flip it at that point, which usually says, "I'm annoyed that I haven't gotten a team up to this point." So I'm gonna flip it. Like you didn't have to flip it at that precise moment. I
Well,
don't
sure,
think.
but I forget if I don't do it.
Sure.
I
Yeah,
tend
that's
to-
reasonable. That's reasonable. That was very strange. Yeah, that's entirely reasonable for you to not recruit in that particular deck.
Usually I can get away with it.
Yeah.
I maybe pushing that line a little hard lately because
Yeah.
I haven't won with these guys in a while.
Yeah.
But it's also unusual. Like my getting only one prison break was weird too.
Yeah.
I really thought I was going to be able to play
Usually
another
get
one.
yeah.
And I'm not even sure that would have kept me in that game, but it would have helped.
Yeah, it would have helped. Yeah, I mean, I guess had you gotten more characters, your board position would have been, like, maybe you would have been able to team attack Bullseye or something on a turn, but you definitely wouldn't have had prison breaks that were as effective, or a Batman that, granted, you didn't get, but, like, the potential of a Batman that was a bigger threat. So it's a big trade-off, and you're right that it makes sense to be cautious when recruiting characters in that deck.
The key is my Arkham Inmates team up is either
Yeah.
Ratcatcher or all the way up to Croc. So I was trying to keep Ratcatcher in play and get the team up, and then get him out of play and start playing on curve.
I mean,
But I never got the team up.
he dealt 16
He's a
damage
good
to me.
dude to
Yeah,
have.
Yeah.
I mean, the cards in this deck are selected all with purpose. Oh, and
Yep.
shuffle a whole bunch of there.
Yep. Well, then we
Like,
shouldn't leave a bunch of them
way-
out.
way more.
Shouldn't leave a bunch of them out. They're all selected with purpose. I'm going to leave half of them here. That was interesting because, I mean, I was very worried early game because, like, I know that you're fueled by card draw, and I couldn't get enough to threaten your card draw, so you're just drawing a bunch of cards, but it just turned out to not be enough, and it was sort of odd because, normally I wouldn't be deliberately keeping Dagger around, but
She was very important.
yeah, like most of your plays were weenie one drop. So the secret to me breaking through, oddly, if I had not had Dagger or had made the decision that she became a liability, I think that game would have kept going because she was always I was always one attack. I always had one attack over, or the attacks I needed barely because Dagger was always able to take out your weenie characters for the most part. And that paid off like 2 or 3 turns.
I hope this is a deck you hate.
S-Deck? S-Deck we're on?
Oops. What's going on here? There's some cards from a different deck that were beyond the divider. This may mean I had an incomplete deck last week.
Indeed.
Oh, it is a deck you hate. I'm so glad.
There you go. There you go.
I need a W tonight.
Or at the very least, some salt from me. I mean, you have a 2 out of 3 shot at once we're in the S-Deck territory. We'll see.
I'm going to get some water.
Good call.
Grousing and wearing my throat out. Parching myself.
Yes. Salt needs water. Too much salt, you need some water. Yeah, I love how verbose that card is for 1 defense, and then there's like a paragraph, and you get another defense. And
Well, defense on defense is huge. It's hard to come by.
It's definitely really good, but it's still novel that there's that much text for a stat changer too. You're right that it's that particular stat in that particular circumstance does certainly come at a premium. All right, I'm sticking with Outer, which is the first night only the inner die won.
That's true.
I did win. Actually, you won the second roll that game, so.
I won the second roll of that game.
The second game's roll tonight. You got to pick. So I won the first roll, lost the second roll. I did win this one, and I am
shouldn't have
going
even
to
rolled.
go.
I'm not sure why I did that.
I did the roll, but I lost it. Maybe I should have worded that. That I lost the roll.
This is a mulligan.
I will go... I think I want to go evens.
Oh, it's not much better.
We'll go evens. We'll mulligan. What the hell? I'll have 50 life this game to start. Mulligan.
Evens, you said.
Yeah.
I will be recruiting Mr. Winslow Shote. Toyman. Winslow Shote's power is vengeance. Whenever Winslow Shote becomes stunned, you may put a card from your KO'd pile on the top of its owner's deck. From a KO'd pile. Any card from any KO'd pile on top of owner's deck.
Yep. KO'd pile on top of owner's deck. Okay.
7 decks. Come on.
That is something. Think of all the powering up you could do. I do not have a one drop.
Well, then Winslow will hit you for 2.
Good opening for Mr. Shote. Now it is my initiative. I have Black Cat. Black Cat has evasion. Whenever Black Cat becomes stunned, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card.
I will not be playing a 2-drop.
So I'm going to flip Empire State University. Activate. Exhaust a Spider Friends character you control. Look at the top 2 cards of your deck. Put one into your hand, and the other on the bottom of your deck.
Are they the same card?
Maybe.
That is the these are the same card face.
That sure was.
I will pass.
Yep.
Oh God, what is going on? You can't do this to me. You can't.
Can't do it, deck. What are you doing? What is your initiative?
I won't recruit anybody this turn either.
Well,
hey, you don't work like that other deck. You actually need characters.
I do have Blade, another 2 cost. He has activate, discard a card. The next time a target exhausted character would ready this turn, instead it remains exhausted. And Speedball. Whenever Speedball becomes stunned, target character you control can't be stunned while team attacking this turn. He also does have evasion. And I will form... That's annoying. Guess then you can get Blade, but I actually take less damage that way. Yeah, what the hell? We'll do this.
I am going to attack Speedball.
Sure. I'm going to exhaust him. Look at the cards on my deck. 1 in my hand. Yeah. Is that the one I want?
It says exhaust a character, exhaust the location, look at 2, but not reveal them. That's really good.
It's a good card. And then I'm stunned, and I take 2 breakthrough. I take 3 damage.
And I will put nothing on top of nobody's deck.
Yep. Then I'm
Team
going to
attack
hit
me
for
for
5.
5.
Yeah, nothing huge. Yep. What the F? I'm just gonna do this right now.
That's not sufficient.
Is it my initiative?
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna do this, and we're going to evade with Black Cat. I will discard a card to draw a card.
I'm glad you're having troubles too.
Yep.
Makes me feel less awful.
I'm going to recruit Punisher. 3-drop Punisher. I don't know why I put him over there. He has pay 1 attack this turn. Target character gets -1 defense this turn. Use only during the combat phase and only if Punisher has not been in combat this turn.
Well, that's plumb interesting.
Yep.
I have a choice.
Yep.
I can do the very weak board state for the better play this turn, or the also pretty weak board state for the medium play this turn. Probably medium is the better way to go.
Well, it's tough calls over there. Tough calls all around.
The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to play Standoff.
Sure.
Standoff is ongoing. Whenever a player plays a non-ongoing plot twist, he loses 2 endurance.
Huh. I don't like that. That's going to add up.
I hope so. Then, that's so strange. I'm going to recruit Lex Luthor.
Oh my.
Lex Luthor's power is Leader. Stun a ready character with cost X adjacent to Lex Luthor. Put X/1/1 counters on Lex Luthor. Use only once a turn and only during the combat phase. Shall we enter the combat phase?
Yeah.
I'm going to stun Toyman and take 1. I'm going to put 1/1/1 counter on Luthor. And I'm going to put Speedball on top of your deck.
Oh. Aw. That is sad. Oh, that is sad. That's real sad. Right. Blade's gonna attack Lex Luthor.
By himself.
I will pay 4 attack to reduce your defense by 4. And then I will play this and take 2 damage to do it. Target attacker or defender gets -2/+2 or +2 -2 in this attack. So I will choose +2 -2. So I am a 5-0 attacking your Gazillion 4.
Gazillion.
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 Garzar.
It'll work.
Sure.
We're evenly matched, right? Or
I'm 1 over.
1 over, so I will
Nobody's
take a
done
break.
for
Are you sure you're 1 over? I have a counter.
Yes, I am sure. Because you were -4, so you have 4 defense,
Yeah.
and I was +2 -2.
And you're naturally 5. Okay.
Naturally 3, so I'm 5.
Or yeah, sorry.
Mhm.
I did the math.
Yep,
I didn't
yep.
make the correct statement.
Yep. I'm with you.
All right.
I tagged for 0.
Oh no.
Black Cat does come back. She was evaded. I will keep her around.
Turns out the other choice was correct. Who knew? Oh,
Mhm.
I might actually get to do that. That is going to be cray.
Whoa. Yeah.
Oh, crud. Wait a minute. Was that turn 4? Did I screwed that up. We need to do a serious rewind.
Oh
I
my.
thought it was turn 5.
What's happening?
I played a 5-drop last turn.
Oh!
Sorry about that.
Oh, yes.
Let's back that
okay,
whole
alright.
thing up.
Oh my. Okay.
I took 6 that turn.
So, yeah, so what goes back on top of my deck is...
From that attack.
2. I only took 2 damage. I'm at 41. So you have Shout, and I did this during earlier in the turn. So you haven't recruited. He's exhausted.
Is it your initiative that turn? It is.
It was.
Okay. Cool. We didn't wreck anything then. I think I'm back to where I was.
And I get this is exhausted.
And I'm terribly sorry about that.
Nope. It's all right.
These two are on the top of my deck. I have Atomic Skull.
Oh, Atomic Skull.
I can afford to recruit him even.
That you can.
And he's not cosmic. I don't know why I'm getting a cosmic out of him. Atomic Skull's power is reveal a Revenge Squad character card from your hand. Stun target character if its cost is less than the number of ongoing plot twists you control. Use this power only during your attack step and only once per turn.
Huh. I think that's just a better play.
I wasn't sure. I mean, obviously, I thought Luther was...
oh, this isn't played. You do not have it. Yeah.
All right. Have a good evening, Chris. Thanks for sticking with us for so long.
Take care, Chris. Right. So then my correct opening play is still, I think, Blade attacks Shoat.
Okay.
Is that true?
So unmodified, you're counter-stunned.
Yeah. I mean, if I don't do that, it's, maybe I don't. Maybe the right play is the Punisher attack. Sure. We'll do it that way. Yeah, Atomic Skull. There you go. They're a 5-drop. Man, I wish you played your 5-drop.
I'm very sorry I screwed that up. It's actually kind of embarrassing.
Yeah, that's alright.
So. I'm going to reveal my stuff while I think about it.
Sure.
I have Never-Ending Battle, which I may play only if I control a Revenge Squad character. Ongoing, discard a plot twist card. Target attacker or defender gets -2 defense this attack. I also have Hostile Takeover. Ongoing KO or Revenge Squad character you control. Target character gets a -3 defense this turn. Use only once per turn.
Yep.
That's such a tough choice. Let me think. I think that's the right choice. I will discard Death of Superman to reduce your defense by 2.
That's fair. I'm going to pay 1 attack to reduce Atomic Skull's defense by 1. Which I can do, I think, when it's in his first combat. Maybe I can't do that. Oh, no, I can't do that. Never mind. Once he's actually in combat, I can't do that. So, yeah, okay. My attack is still 4. We are both stunned.
Yes. Reinforced, of course. Winslow, and I will still put Counterball on top of your deck.
Yes. Speedball. Cannonball's way cool.
Some kind of
Speed.
ball. Then I would reveal that I have Lex Luthor and stun the 2-drop. Yes.
Yeah, that's way more favorable. Is there anything? Any advantage to? I can make it so that your guy can't already. I should probably do that. I'll activate and discard card so that Atomic Skull cannot ready this turn.
Atomic Skull can't ready this
Take
turn.
that, Atomic Skull. And the next turn.
He doesn't have to be ready to do anything, though.
Yeah,
I suppose he can't
not a
reinforce.
reinforcement.
Yeah.
So automatic recovery, and then I will keep Punisher. Perhaps that's right. Yep.
Oh, it's those cards that I drew. Oh, I might get to do this. That's cray. Is that believable? This is like the first time I got this one.
Yeah. Right. So I am going to activate Black Cat to use Empire State U. 2 cards. One in my hand, one on the bottom of my deck. Then I'm going to stun her to get down.
That's discard to draw.
Ball. Okay.
You have so many cards. You have to have something you can play.
Something didn't go the way I expected in terms of the cards. Like, I feel like a card disappeared. What is going on?
Let's put it in your resource room.
Maybe I'm just going totally insane. That's really strange. I swear I had a card. Okay, well.
Was it because because you corrected before you did some stuff, but I put Speedball on your deck?
I don't think so. I don't know. I'm confused, but whatever. We'll move on. Is it my initiative? Am I 5?
I think I'm odds. I think that was your initiative. You
In that
attacked me with
case, it
Punisher.
is to you.
Yeah, well, I'm going to recruit Luther. What?
Luther, what is going on? Cool. Are you formed?
Yep.
I don't have anyone.
How can you have...
This draw is insane. I have drawn...
I mean, this is going to be bad. You want to start over so we can have a game? Or something?
19 cards. I've cycled through 4 more, at least, from this. That's 23 cards, at least. 2 additional cycle from Black Cat.
You didn't get a 4 or a 5 drop in that time.
Yup. Or different 1s and 2 drops. I guess I got Black Cat and Blade. So... Is there any chance of me doing something utterly incredible here? It's not super likely. I mean, I got a lot of cards. That's something.
Are you going to recruit Batman?
That would be something. And you have initiative. Oh,
You do.
It's
No,
real bad.
It's awful. You're going to lose your team and take a lot of damage. Well, you're going to keep Black Cat.
Yeah. I'll form like this. Let's see what you got. You've only got 1 big attacker. I guess you're going to stun someone.
Okay, so here's how this goes, right?
Yeah.
I reveal that I have Toy Soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
I reveal that I have Brainiac.
Mm-hmm.
I stun Punisher.
Oh, and you got Brainiac.
I stun Winslow. I put Speedball on top of your deck, and then I attack you with 8/8 Lex Luthor.
Right.
That's awful.
And I evade.
And you evade, and then I just attack you directly.
22. How are we doing on time?
A half hour.
10:40.
I mean, I suppose you could evade with Punisher. Can Punisher evade? He does not.
He cannot evade. But the net result is I'm 22, and I've got initiative. I've got a 6 drop. Maybe that'll get you. Go to the next turn. 20 minutes is not quite enough time, I don't think.
We're gonna have awful cards tonight. That's depressing.
Yeah, that is unfortunate.
Toy Soldiers I did not read. It says, while I
Yep.
control more characters than each other player, Revenge Squad attackers I control get +1 attack and +1 defense. All my dudes recover.
So I have interesting. I've got Daredevil. I can pay 2 attack this turn to exhaust a target visible character. I can only use that if he is attacking. And I will form like this.
Okay, well he can stop Brainiac briefly.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't get to fire Brainiac this turn. I do still get to fire Atomic Skull. I may also get to attack with Luthor. Alright, well, I'm going to recruit Brainiac.
Sure.
Brainiac's power is Cosmic Activate. KO target character with cost less than or equal to the number of ongoing plot twists you control. Use this power only during your attack step.
Legit. Legit.
And, Atomic Skull couldn't ready. Or can he?
I think
How long
he
ago
could
was
that turn. You can ready him.
And I'm going to reveal that I have an Evil Star's Evil Clutches.
What?
Ongoing. Return a face-down resource you control to owner's hand. Choose a character an opponent controls. I will choose Speedball. That character loses flight this turn. You may put a card from your hand face down in your resource row. Use this power only once per turn.
It's fair. It's a thing you can do.
And I think that's my formation. That's a weird formation, but I think that's right.
It's solid. It's solid. And Lex Luthor's power is what exactly?
I may stun a ready character adjacent to him with cost X to put X/1/1 counters on him.
Right. I'm going to attack Luthor with Daredevil. And I'm going to pay 2 of his attack to exhaust Brainiac. I also want to pay any more. You can do a lot of stunning, which I don't want. But it's pretty high cost. I mean, Shote's a freebie. Don't think so. Don't think so.
Like 13 defense is a lot of defense.
Is,
Turns out.
That is so.
I think I still need to make the play for it. I think. Okay, so this is what that looks like. I stun Winslow
Yeah.
for 1 to put a counter on Luthor,
Yeah.
and to put Black Cat on top of your deck.
Sure.
I KO Winslow to reduce your defense by 3. So my attack is 9 and your defense is 10. And then I have Battle for Metropolis, ongoing Revenge Squad characters in my front row get +1 attack.
Indeed. I am going to play Burns at the touch. I have to take 2 damage. Target attacker you control gets +2 defense this attack. The defending player loses 2 endurance. 2's apiece. So now I am ahead by 2.
Yeah. I think that's where I accept.
Sure.
So I will take 7.
Yar.
Yar. You are a pirate.
Yar.
I will reveal Brainiac to stun Punisher.
Yup. I will do that thing. Let me think for a moment. Let me think for a second. May I see the card you revealed again? That was that Brainiac?
It was not.
It was different.
The next Brainiac.
Oh boy.
He's not as good, but he's still a pain in the butt.
Brainiac 13. Okay. Sorry, I need to consider many a thing right now. That would be sad.
It would be sad.
I am going to pay for attack to reduce Brainiac's defense by 4. And then I'm going to exhaust him to fire Empire State U.
That's very worrisome, Kyle.
It's fine. And then I will be stunned for 3.
Die attack speed button.
How big is your attack?
It's just 2.
Is that treat? I don't know any other. I guess it's front row stuff you modify.
Only +1s in my front. Oh no, I'm sorry. No, yeah, it is +2. It is +2. It is not +2. It is just 2.
It is just
That's what I'm
2.
trying to say.
I see. I see what you're getting at. It's just 2. Only 2 is what it is. That will work.
I will be counters done.
Yep. So I'll take 3. 14. Your defense is 9.
It is 9. I'm alarmed that you thought that. I mean, you still may. I'm only 7 over Catwoman's attack.
Oh, interesting. Oh no! Oh, I mathed wrong. That's hilarious. I made a bad decision about what card I kept, and that's silly. I don't think I can do anything. That makes me kind of sad. Oh man, I really need that.
You can deck cycle with Catwoman. I mean,
Well, but then I don't have Catwoman.
Sure,
or
sure.
Black Cat, rather.
you probably should, right? Because
Yeah, I mean, that's-
it can cost you 2, right?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. So we'll pay the 2 to do it. I was 1 away from getting this done because I picked the wrong card, which is really sad.
Very sad.
You might have had a power up or something, but I will deck cycle for 2. Draw a card. What a terrible draw. Cool. That's it. I will pass.
I do have initiative, so I think I've got to prefer Atomic Skull
So she comes back naturally. I'll keep him. Speedball is
to
out of here.
a Big Luther, even.
Yeah, that's definitely the right play. Absolutely. Lord almighty. Bad cards. Oh well.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So bad. I don't know why it's so bad. We'll just exhaust her to Empire State U and see what happens.
Empire State me.
That's kind of hilarious.
Well, I've got Brainiac 13.
Yep.
Brainiac 13's power is Discard a character card. Target attacker or defender gets -1 defenses attack for each ongoing plot twist you control. Use only once per turn.
What is this guy's power?
Cosmic Activate. KO target character if its cost is less than or equal to the number of ongoing plot twists you control. Use this power only during your attack step.
Yep.
And only once per turn. Did it say that? It has to say that. Oh, it's Activate. That's why it's only once per turn.
I have Spider-Man. 7-drop Spider-Man has loyalty. He also has pay X, attack this turn. Exhaust target character with attack X or less. Use only once per turn. I'll use it now. Pay all of my attack but 1 to exhaust your 6-drop.
Oh. Interesting.
Yeah, we'll form like this. I apologize. I should put down a resource while I'm at it.
Not restricted, so you can do that during the recruit step.
Now I've got 2 attack with him, but it's okay. It's cool. It's scary and shit.
Well, its turn's going to go a little different than mine. So when he uses in Evil Stars, Evil clutches to remove flight from Spider-Man.
Sure. So annoying because you just did something and I don't know what. Stupid card.
And then I will reveal Solaris.
Solaris. Oh boy.
Oh, I have to reveal this first. I'm sorry. I swapped my location for another battle for Metropolis. It's +1 attack for my characters in my front row. And then I will reveal Solaris and stun Daredevil.
Stun Daredevil.
Yes.
Sure, let me just read this card here.
I hear strange sounds.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. I'm going to play Trial by Jury, which I guess cost me 2 life. It's moderately annoying. Negate target plot twist or non-activated payment effect. An opponent controls targeting a Spider-Friend's character you control. If that character is Spider-Man, which it's not, I get +2 defense for the turn. I negate that.
You're making this difficult.
I'm trying. It's not making. It's not, I don't think it's going to make it interesting, but I'm doing stuff. So yeah.
I kind of wish I had flight.
I'm kind of glad you don't. You can strip flight from your characters, like Spider-Man.
That's true. Well, I do get to attack Spider-Man.
Sure.
I'll do it with Brainiac. My attack is 17.
That's true. That's true. What is his power again? Once per
I
turn
may
or
discard
something?
a character card to reduce target character's defense by the number of ongoing plot twists I control.
Right. I'm going to play Spider Signal. Let me think about that for a second. Sorry. Man. That dippin' thing. Support non-actions. you're at 31.
Yeah.
Well, I'm dead, so I'll do all my cool stuff.
Okay.
I'm going to reduce your defense by 10 and give
Whoa.
myself 2 attack. And minus 2 defense. So I am getting the counter stun.
Huh.
And I will take 9. I also take, unfortunately, a bunch of damage from playing cards.
Oh, yeah. So you boosted your attack by 10. That's what those two are.
Yeah. It is reducing your defense by 10.
Reducing my defense by 10.
Yes, what are friends
So my
for?
defense is 5.
Mm-hmm.
Your attack is 2. What is the other thing you played? Which also cost you 2.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing, my bad. +2, -2.
You are +2 attack and -2 defense? So you're 1
Correct.
over.
His target, Spider Friend's attacker or defender gets -2, +2, or +2, -2. I will do the one that allows me to get the stun potentially.
I will power up twice.
That's legit. That might get me. Oh well, that was cool.
I had you either way. I mean, I was getting the stun either way.
I guess I'll do this. We'll see if I get something.
But you do not get the counter stun if that also costs you 2. If
Yep.
I do that.
Yep. That'll work. So I'll take 11. Wait, yeah, your attack, you +2 attack, so I take 13. I'm at -9. Yeah,
Are you not going to reinforce?
No, I beat a bunch of your dudes. The reinforcement is not consequential. I almost got your whole team that turn, but I could not have foreseen 2 power-ups for Brainiac. That's really uncommon in
It
that
is
deck.
for a 7-drop? Absolutely.
Especially since you already played that other... Yeah, and for a 7-drop? Yeah, that was weird.
So you just exhausted a dude. Why did you exhaust him?
Oh, I'm attacking your Brainiac. And I give myself bunches of attack.
2 attack.
What is your... what is your attack? It's also getting me.
My attack is 13.
13. Alright, I will give myself 2 defense and ping you for 2.
What is going on? I am so confused. Alright. So you just did a whole bunch of shit without saying anything. So you need to catch me up a little bit.
Yeah,
well, you're saying numbers, but you're not saying what you're attacking or playing or anything.
Apologies.
So.
I will give myself 2 attack, so I am getting the stun. I am also giving myself +2 defense, so you are not stunning me, and you are pinged for 2.
Okay. Right.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. Can we rewind ever so slightly?
As much as you like.
I reduce your defense by 2 with Punisher's power when you were attacking me to negate your power-ups. I knew I had a contingency plan.
Okay.
Totally forgot.
Sure.
Because my dramatic play is not to win, it's to stun your whole team on turn 7.
Sure. Well, then I will take 7.
Aha.
22. That is fine.
And he is a 2/3.
He does not. He needs to when he enters combat, or what?
As soon as he enters combat, he cannot fire his power for the rest of the turn.
I see. Okay. So what the fuck's going on with this attack?
So I'm 1 ahead on attack and 1 ahead on defense as of right now.
Okay. So I will KO Brainiac to reduce your defense by 3.
Sure. I will play Feminine Wiles, which does cost me 2. Target character gets -X attack this turn, where X is the cost of a Spider Friend's attacker you control. So you are
6 attack.
-6.
Wow, that's a lot of attack. Oh, I'm sorry. So we need to further adjust.
Oh boy, I'm ready.
It's costly, but I would rather. If you were going to get the counter stun v Brainiac, which you were, I would have discarded Solaris to reduce
my
defense by 8.
Sure.
By 7.
Sure. On Daredevil, I assume.
Yeah. So it was just 8 more breakthrough if you didn't reinforce what you didn't.
I have another one of those.
which is what?
Another -6 of your attack. And I take 2 more damage.
That's not necessary. You're missing the point.
Oh.
When
I thought you were reducing
attacked-
my defense.
When I attacked
Oh,
Spider-Man,
you reduced Spider-Man's
yes,
defense.
I would have reduced his defense by
okay.
7.
Okay, cool. So I would have taken an additional 7.
Yes.
Instead of being 15, it's -21. Cool. Okay, I'm with you.
And this attack is going to work... wait. What was the last thing that happened?
You were -6 attack.
Oh, -6 attack.
So you've got to make up
much
3.
Attack.
And I may or may not have another one of those. But you don't know that.
I can't make it up. -6 attack is so much.
This deck's
I
plot
can do
twists are
3.
some of the best in the game.
I can do 2.
Sure.
Which is not match you. Now, since that's an off by 1, can we run the math on that one
Sure.
more time? Just make sure.
Totally. So to recalibrate, I'm +2
Right.
initially. So I'm 1 ahead of you on each. Then you reduced my defense by 3.
Yes.
So then I was down 1. And then 6 from the Feminine Wiles.
Right.
So I am up 4.
Well, it doesn't matter. That's going to work. That's fine.
Sure.
Do I take breakthrough? You are 1 over
1
my defense.
point.
Yeah,
1
so
point.
I would take 7. So I got a 15. And then I must attack by
Sure. Your attack is 4?
it is 4. Yes. I can reduce your defense by 2.
Fair enough. So I will take 3 and 3 for 6, -27. But I stunned your whole team.
That's
Cool.
true. It was crazy. It was confusing.
Yep. The reason it's really tough. Like I can't miss so many drops.
missed a
I
lot of
don't
drops.
understand.
4 and 5.
Oh, it's so bad. You don't want to miss 4 and 5. I really like this deck. This is a really fun deck, but it requires getting a 4-drop or a 5-drop, ideally both.
I thought this was the time I was going to get to Solaris. It didn't.
Yeah. Oh, lordy. Can't believe the lack of 4 or 5.
Well, that was a terrible night of cards.
Yep.
I'm sorry for
Good
that
time.
night of cards.
Was the middle game our best one?
Well,
What was it for? The first
that's
one
a
was
sad thing to say, but I think that's true.
Yeah, because the Kang one was not good. I was doing all my cool stuff, and you were doing nothing. That was game 1.
I had all the Daxamites.
You were doing a lot.
I
You had a
had the
lot of
full
Daxamites.
set.
Yeah, it was a lot of Daxamites. You sure had a lot of them.
One more, and I would have gotten a free sub.
Yeah. Oh, Spider Friends. You're so cool.
Man, what a bad taste I have in my mouth from this night of cards. Oof.
Yeah.
And we're going out on that for
Yep.
2, possibly 3
Yeah.
weeks.
Yeah. I'm sorry. That is inopportune.
And we screwed up the beginning of the stream.
Yep.
We're just a bunch of winners.
Bunch of winners we
call our
are.
stream.
Chris went to bed early.
Chris bailed on us.
Well, he didn't miss much. It's hard to blame him.
Sure.
Well, sometimes.
But Casey
that's how
sticks it out.
Casey's a trooper. I
Yeah.
respect Casey's determination at watching us fail miserably at entertaining anyone. Maybe our failure to entertain ourselves will at least entertain someone else. Atomic Skull. I wish you'd played Luther on that turn. Imagining you had an extra resource helped me. Stupid Atomic Skull. There you go. A little bit of salt for you.
All right.
Guys,
No, I told you were going to be salty.
Yeah.
Not only do you hate this deck, you didn't play anything against it.
Yep. That makes it worse. Because then you don't even have to, like the one thing I've got, you can Atomic Skull. It's like me at removing your Validus in the Kang deck. It's like, well, I got my one thing that maybe can do something.
Atomic Skull can't hit on curve, so that's important to know.
He's less than?
He's less than.
That
Which is
doesn't-
what the resource adjustment I made that final turn was I put in my resource row the Graveyard of Solitude.
Right, I figured.
Because I was going to KO Spider-Man and then try to use all my crazy powers to get your 7-drop with Atomic Skull.
Yeah.
I was gonna KO Spider-Man.
Yep.
No, KO Daredevil. Sorry, I was gonna KO Daredevil.
Yep.
I was going to use Atomic Skull to stun Punisher,
Right.
and then I was going to try to attack Spider-Man with Atomic Skull.
Yep.
And with Graveyard of Solitude and with 7-drop, what's his nuts power?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Lord.
minus 12
Other
defense,
Brainiac,
or it's
yeah.
a 12-point swing, which is enough to get the stun as printed.
Yeah.
And then I had the backups, like I could KO stuff or discard stuff, and that would have been brutal.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
But you exhausted my dude, and it was like, oh, everything
Yeah.
just fell apart.
Well, so
I have to get the stun on Daredevil with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a mess.
The funny secret there is, well, I mean, obviously that was not a close game. I got to do some amusing stuff. The plot twists are so good in the Spider-Man deck.
Right.
Like, their powers are solid. Across the board solid. But the reason that deck is an S deck is because their stamped plot twists are crazy
they're
good.
the ones where you can reduce my defense and instantly stun me, right? Is that them?
No, that's actually the plot twist deck. These guys have a lot
That's
of
what I was
stasis.
waiting for.
They have a lot of stasis and a lot of really powerful stat modification. And Man-Thing, who almost never matters, but it's great to talk about. And I don't even know if Man-Thing's been seen on the
I
stream.
haven't seen Man-Thing in a very long time, that's for sure. I don't think
He's
been.
not my desired 6-drop.
Well, you have a lot of S decks, so
That's true.
they don't,
Yeah,
they don't
they
see
rotate
any
more.
one S deck frequently.
But
I mean, I think this will be our 25th
yeah,
stream. That's a lot. We've been doing good.
yeah, we're doing pretty solid overall.
And, in celebration of our 25th Night of Cards, it was just god-awful.
It's just so terrible, and then we're not going to do it for a while. That final turn, I'm like, fuck it, and I Empire State U, and I did not have my 7-drop, and the top 2 cards were my 2 different 7-drops. So I picked Spider-Man, because that was clearly the better choice. But
was the other 7-drop a better choice?
no. The Spider-Man was better.
What was the card you were fretting over a decision you made that turn?
I'm like, oh, this amazing What Are Friends For that gives you -5 attack when attacking. Or another stupid black cat. But I needed 1 attack.
Oh, for a power up. That's so funny. That's so funny.
I had 6 attack,
You can't
not
see
7.
that. Come on.
You can't, but damn it, the thing is, if I'd gotten rid of your
I was
counter...
hoping you weren't accounting for me to go for Speedball.
Right.
You kind of seemed like you seemed like you were a little bit in that term. You seemed
Yeah.
like you were kind of disregarding it too.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. There were 2 things in that... So, I was down the whole game. I'm missing critical drops in the middle of the game.
It was
It's bad.
bad.
But...
I offered you a concession on 5. I was
Yeah.
worried for you.
Yeah, there were two opportunities, sort of, to turn it around. Long shots. But by far the biggest opportunity was, I said that like there were 2. The only one I can remember was that Black Cat one, which I just couldn't have seen. I thought I had 1 more of the +2 -2s, so I thought I had +8. But I didn't. I only had +6 attack. Ergo, that power-up would have been that. Now, if you'd had anything...
I didn't.
Sure. In that deck, I knew there was a good chance you didn't have anything. Because if I get him and get your counter, I actually have a shot that game. Because if I then get lucky enough to get my 7-drop, and that part of the plan did work, getting lucky.
Well, it was a huge swing on turn 7 too.
Right.
If not for, so you played 5 plot twists, maybe 6.
That was the second thing. The second thing that did me in.
If not for that,
Yep.
it was not.
It was a
It was
game.
kind of a close game.
Yep. I lost, I think, 14 life to 16 life just due to that plot twist. But
I wish I had more of them.
Oh, they're horrifying. That's one of those ones that's just a little bit frustrating because I can't play around it. I'm just done. I'm gonna take that damage. And what I would like it to be is you lose to when you flip something from your resource row or when you play something from your hand. But because it covers all avenues, it's just you can't play plot twists without paying life for them, which makes it frustrating because I don't feel like there's a strategic counterplay to that. But the thing is,
Just play ongoing plot twists.
just play
And
ongoing plot twists,
locations.
clearly.
And power-ups.
And
None of your
power-ups.
plot twists.
and again, against this deck, which I rely on those for it to be an Excalibur deck, like the plot twists are the Excalibur part, it shuts down a lot. But the circumstantial, like the hero's story that I was pulling for was, I get exactly enough to stun your dude, he loses his counter, and you have to lose him or Atomic Skull. So that's a super tough choice.
Right.
You'd probably...
I would lose him.
Yeah, you'd probably lose him.
Because I didn't already... Like, the reason to keep him is so I can do the substitute. But if I could do the substitute, I would have the power up. So because I didn't have him in my hand...
You couldn't gamble top decking that. So then... I mean, that's like...
I mean, I lose him either way. Like, even if I have the substitute, I keep Atomic Skull and just play him.
Right. Right. So, in that instance, you're forced to make a choice, but you don't have your counter. So, then your next turn, you bring out your 7-drop, and if I get the second part of my play, which is I just top deck Spider-Man, I just exhaust your 7-drop. So you have Atomic Skull and nothing. And I get to do whatever. Like,
pretty good.
It would have started to
change. Well, that is what
momentum.
happened, basically.
Yep, except for that I didn't get the counter. So I had to use my exhaust to stall your counter.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Which is huge, because then you get to attack with your 7-drop, and I'm sitting there with 10 life. So I really needed to cleanly stop your 6-drop and your 7-drop. And I think the fact that it was on that much, and that much I do without a plot twist. Right? That's no plot twist, so you're out of stuff. You are going to get someone with Atomic Skull, which I then stop. I foil it with my card. So I have my whole team, and you have Atomic Skull, and I pummel you and make it an interesting game. But I was off. The problem with having 13 unplayed cards...
It's terrifying that there was an avenue for you to recover from that terrible terrible early game.
And it was dependent upon two things, one of which was a long shot, and one of which was brutally difficult to see. And also,
the long shot was the top deck. Right?
That was, and I have 5 cards to do it, because I have my draw of 2, Empire State U, and then Stunner to cycle. So I actually have 5 cards to do it.
Right.
So it's a long shot.
And you've done it so much. I mean, it was probably likely.
It was at least.
I mean, how many do you have, one
possible.
of each in there, or more?
Or? I think I've got 2 of the Spider-Man and 2 of the other one. And Spider-Man's the one I needed.
That's a lot of 7-drops.
It's a lot. I tend to skew. Well, it's funny. My deck.
I usually only play with 3 7-drops max.
Yeah, I think I do 4 or 5 usually, because like, take that elbow. I don't need you. The bell curve of my decks is generally pretty even, because if you miss the mid drops, you just lose. So all my decks are weighted in the middle, as that particular game.
Well, yeah, that's the point. The reason I have fewer 7-drops is because
you weight towards the middle.
By 7, you should have drawn enough cards that even with 3, you're likely to see one.
Right. And I do think that the way we weight our decks slightly differently is I think you skew a little bit more front end, and I'm more even bell curve. Because I do put in 4 or 5 7-drops in most decks. Sometimes 4, sometimes 5, but those, I think you put those 1 or 2 extra cards earlier in your curve.
Maybe
1 and 2 drops sometimes, I think.
Well, you always seem to get 1s and 2 drops, and it infuriates me.
Well, I mulligan almost 100% of the time if I don't have a 1-drop or a 2-drop. Almost no matter what. Because even if I have my later drops, I will mulligan to ensure I hit one of those. Because unless I literally have like 3, 4, and 5, always mulligan to get those early ones. So that's the way that I compensate for not putting as many in. It's because I'm like, I'll mulligan, so I got 8 cards to get 1 or 2 less.
I have fewer 1s and 2s as well. Like,
sure.
That's the other end of the curve I cut off.
It's certainly a curve.
And I think 3s, 4s, and 5s and 6s I have 6 of across the board.
Yeah. That's funny.
I do 3 7s, and I mean, I lay it out and I go, what can I afford to get rid of? Yeah. So there's some variety there, but
yep. But my hero story did not pan out. I should have kept Dagger. Black Cat. Measly power up Black Cat.
You can't see it.
You can't see it. -5 defense when you're attacking to reduce your defense by 5 is super, super valid. And I got to do a cool thing with it on the following turn, but that was not the important play to do it. The important play by far was to get your dudes. A lot of really cool tricks. I didn't get. I won't talk about it extensively because we didn't see it, but the 4-drop is the linchpin card of the deck, which I missed. It's the most important character out of all of them, and I didn't get it. So that was severely undermining.
What's the character?
Sleepwalker.
I don't know what he does.
That's fine. It's been a while. I could talk about it. We can save it for a
I
surprise.
remember he's
later.
concealed, and
He
he's a
is concealed.
or something.
Yeah,
They're
or
all-
something.
yeah.
He's really important. He's really good.
But that's all I remember.
He's the thing that makes it all do. It's like the crazy on top of the crazy that's like Super S territory. Like if I get him and get the right combination of other stuff, it's very, very, very potent. Though it does require some setup. It's not a total gimme, but I did not try.
I had a bad start in that game too, so.
Sure. And maybe that's what allowed that single avenue of hope,
Yeah.
which, it's okay. I'm glad I got... part of the reason I was playing it out is I'm low enough on energy that it wasn't worth a reset to me. It's like I'm just out of steam. So it's like, okay, if we keep playing, maybe I'll make an outside crazy thing work. Because the plot twists are nutty. So maybe I'll get something and it'll be dramatic and
It
fun.
was interesting. You did some stuff.
Too quickly.
Making a cool play.
Yeah,
Well,
absolutely,
yeah,
but-
you were getting a little sloppy, so.
I was. Drunkenness on lack of sleep. So, yeah, I think I'm pretty sure that my mom's in town in 2 weeks. I'll be spending some time with her. And while we might invite you over for some dinner, we probably won't stream that dinner.
Kyle will confirm with me this
Yep.
week, and I will endeavor next week when I'm streaming video games, which we're certain is going to happen. I
Yep.
will be streaming video games next week, and Kyle will not be available.
Yeah.
I will endeavor to, on that stream, mention whether the following week will be cards or video games.
Mm-hmm. We'll know by then.
But my guarantee is there will be a stream.
Yeah, that's
It's
good.
either going to be cards or videos, unless I'm like sick or something. But
Don't get sick.
That's-
I don't
that's
recommend
unlikely.
it. Don't recommend it. Not worth it.
so that's that.
Yeah.
And, I guess we're signing off. It's pretty late here.
Yeah, thanks for joining us again.
Thanks for sticking it around, Casey. Thanks for joining us, Chris, even though you're asleep and not paying attention anymore. And I'll see you guys next week. And we'll both see you
In the
at
future.
least in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Unless we get sick.
Yeah. Good night, all.
Good night.